camera 2.
Now it's recording.
All right.
B camera shot.
Wide angle.
We don't have cameras.
Fuck.
Do we need an intro?
Not yet. We'll
You
get
gotta
one eventually.
introduce
All
everyone.
right, everyone. This is the pilot episode. Wrong opinions only. As you can tell, everything's choppy as fuck.
Hello.
Can we swear? Is swearing on the table?
I didn't know the name of the podcast until just now.
Alright,
Wrong opinions only.
this is the first episode, guys.
And with the first special guest of the pilot episode, Zombie. Hello, Zombie.
Hey, hello. I'm
The
the zombie wizard.
_wizard here to
And I'm
contribute
blue.
nothing.
Shut up.
Yeah, that's
I'm
Blue.
the special guest.
I'm Elderly or Taryn or T, and as our main host and sole perpetrator of this madness.
I'm Tyler. I wouldn't consider myself the host.
Man.
You're the one hosting the recording software
So?
Yeah, I'd say out of everyone here, you're probably the host.
and holding us all hostage. Get it?
Terrible. Fucking terrible.
Alright, guys,
Shut
that's
it
the vote for
down.
first
Shut it
episode
down.
of
Cut.
Wrong Opinions.
Listen, if you guys gave us 0 out of 5 stars for that, I'd understand.
I think they took off the star system on YouTube.
Nah, give us 1 star.
Put the star
here.
system back just to remove it.
Put the stars back just to give us none.
No, put the stars back, but don't show any negative reviews. So it's
In fact,
only-
well,
Speaking of stars, did you guys see the video about Gilbert Gottfried singing the 4Kids One Piece rap?
What?
The what?
it's fucking wild.
The what?
So we're all aware of 4Kids, right?
very much so.
No. No.
Oh, okay. So 4Kids is or was, I don't think they're on anymore.
I don't
But they were a channel that was pretty much the first instance of anime being brought to the West in like a child-friendly
I
way.
do remember.
And so they aired like Dragon Ball, Yu-Gi-Oh, they did Sonic.
Oh, I think I've heard of this.
Yeah.
Now they're
Uh,
for
Sonic,
adults.
The issue with 4Kids was that they did a lot of editing and a
Yes,
lot
they
of like condensing to try and make it as palatable as possible to an American
Oh my
audience.
god, I remember this. Yeah.
So every single like opening of your favorite shows, instances of like blood, it's all gone, and the majority of the 4Kids openings for these anime were raps or like butt rock. Hence, fucking when they did Dragon Ball, they
Drag.
4Kids invented that song for when they were airing it. So Rock the Dragon was
I'm gonna
that.
say that like
Four-
Rock the Dragon was bad.
4Kids.
I mean, it was a bop, but
was a bop?
like it wasn't what it was. You know, what
4Kids
wasn't
is the
wasn't
reason the
Cha-la.
Pokemon theme is what it is now.
Um,
Wasn't it?
yeah. I think that was also one
We
of
have to
was
credit 4Kids
the
for
Poke
that.
Rap. Yeah.
Well, Poke Rap and just the Pokemon theme because they did that. I think, right?
What distinction are you making between the Poke Rap and the Pokemon theme?
Just
catch
that
'em all.
4Kids made them. That's it. They're two
4Kids
different
didn't
songs.
make the Pokey rap. I thought that was a YouTuber.
No, the
That was
Poke
4Kids?
Rap I'm saying it was a thing. I don't know if this was directly 4Kids. I don't want to give them any more credit.
No,
than
I'm
credit
pretty
due.
sure both of them were, but I can double check.
Okay, but what are you talking about? The Pokemon theme and the Pokemon Rap. What are you talking about?
I was
Like,
talking
what's
about
the difference there?
The Pokemon rap is where they rap like the first 100.
I know what the Poke Rap is.
You just
I-
asked what it was.
You are focusing on the wrong part of the question I'm asking.
Oh no, it's getting
I'm
heated
asking
already.
you, what is the Pokemon theme? What are you talking about in that instance?
I want to be the very best,
Yeah,
like
the
no
one
one ever
everybody
was.
sings.
That's still the Poke Rap.
No, it's not.
It most definitely is.
I am already enraged
The-
and offended.
The Poke Rap was the ending, but the I want to be the best
That was not
was the
Poke Rap.
opening.
That was not no.
I know. What I'm saying is the I want to be the very best. That was the opening. The Poke Rap was the ending. Those are two sides of the same coin because the chorus for the Poke Rap is like "Be the best." You know, it's the same. It's the same thing.
I don't know anything about
Actually
Pokemon.
didn't know that. I thought they were two different songs.
Well, yeah.
That's same here.
They are
If you
two
watch the
different songs.
Americanized versions, it opens with "Gotta Catch 'Em All" and it ends with the Poke Rap. and it's like, today we're hitting you with another brand new Pokemon. Check these 4 out. Squirtle, Pidgey. And then they do a few of them. They're like, catch you next week for the next Pokemon.
I do remember that.
Right. So I'm not wrong.
No.
I know it's wrong opinions only, but I'm the only one who's right.
That's not how that works.
Well, I think I'm right because I have said nothing regarding this topic.
Which is
The
like
Pokemon
I'm
my
just
opinion.
sitting here
the Dynamax
scared.
All theme were fantastic. I know the Pokerap pretty much by heart. I'm not gonna sing it now because
That's
reasons.
instant copyright.
I
That's
only know
episode
it
2 stuff.
from
I don't
Oni
want to get
Plays.
sued by Pokemon. Please.
Oni plays, really?
Yeah, they fucking one of their fucking episodes of something. They sang the whole Pokérap.
I know the Poke. I don't. Let me preface. I don't know this Pokerap, but it was the remake that Brian David Gilbert did.
I just saw that when I looked at Pokerap.
Yeah, where he did like all serialized Pokemon in like at the time of like 2018 or something.
Yeah, I know College Humor did something similar, but there's
Yeah.
been more since that one.
I remember Dinosaur Office talking about College Humor.
Yes,
Dinosaur Office was awesome.
I love
I was exposed to College Humor very late.
Same.
Dude, I
I-
remember watching College Humor on fucking Nintendo Video before the 3DS had
I know.
YouTube.
That's where I saw Dinosaur Office. That's where I saw Dinosaur Office at.
Oh my
Damn.
god.
So
Meet
what
or
was
Die
Dinosaur
and
Office
shit like
about?
that. It was literally just it was dinosaurs in an office.
But
Karen, look at these
they
fucking
would constantly
boomers.
die too, wouldn't they?
That was like the whole
So
joke, is that they
my
died all the
I didn't
time.
hear any of your guys' explanation because for the people at home, my partner is sitting right next to me. They immediately made fun of me for asking what that show was and not being able to infer it from the name.
No,
Is
it is
your
No.
it is pretty obvious.
There was like,
DS.
there was like.
I had a
the-
DS.
There was like
It
one
was
of the
on the
long neck
DS.
dinosaurs. I can't
Like,
remember
they
the
had,
name
like,
of,
mini
and his name was like Todd, and then there was like a Triceratops, and his name was like Craig or some shit.
Yes.
Craig.
And it was
I was with the cool kids and
There's
watched Land
Stegosaurus.
Before Time.
I remember
Yo.
their
Dang,
boss.
yo, Land Before Time
Land
was
Before
the
Time was
shit.
also really good. We're talking about Dinosaur Office right now.
Yes.
Don't
Don't mix them up.
I know they had a.
They're
their
dinosaurs.
Boss,
How can we?
Land Before Dinosaur Office.
their boss was Tyrannosaurus Rex named Terry, and there was like one other like main recurring.
There was the
character that I can't
Stegosaurus
remember.
lady, wasn't there?
Yes, she was like the receptionist or something.
And she had a very like loud like voice or whatever it was.
I'm
Her
looking it
name
up
was
on-
Pam.
I'm looking it up right now. Her name was Sheila. There was Craig,
Oh.
Todd, Richard, Terry, and Sheila.
What
Sheila.
boring names, Jesus.
That's the point.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Oh yeah, okay, all right, okay, College Humor, you'll take that one.
Yeah. Take that dub.
I remember one time. I
I
always
accept the
remember. It's just for some reason
Don't change
it
my
sticks-
Minecraft controls.
It sticks in my head so much, despite every episode literally just being dinosaurs in office situation problems.
Yeah.
My partner just right in front of me changed my Minecraft controls.
Nice.
Kick him in the
Wasn't-
shins.
They changed shift and control.
Kick him in the pistons.
For,
What?
yeah, they swapped the crouch and the sprint. How fucking dare you?
That's really
No, that makes sense.
You don't.
You
double
change it
tap
back
the
right
sprint?
now. No, it was already the correct way.
No, hold on now. That makes sense. Shift being sprint. Is that what they changed it
Hang
to?
on, what did you change it to?
Because if
Okay.
shift is to sprint, that's a
Uh,
lot of like a lot of video games use shift to sprint and
Why
control
don't
the
you
crouch.
just double tap your movement key like our normal?
I also just
Oh, well, I'm sorry. Am I a fucking caveman playing Minecraft beta version? Who the fuck double taps forward to sprint anymore?
I feel like a
Me?
lot of people do
Lot of
that.
Everybody-
I don't think since they added the sprint button, I don't think anybody has.
I'm gonna be honest. Since they added the sprint button, I have also like only
Dude.
done it by accident.
I didn't
But-
Right.
know there was
Yeah.
even a sprint button. Is how
You kinda
little I
forgot
used
about
that
this.
feature.
Okay, well, let's see. I'm right again. That is 2 out of 3
Alright,
topics
that's
so far
not
that I'm correct
true.
about.
You can't
How
know.
are you right there?
It's not
because
a
I am.
scoreboard. No.
I am
there's no
100% certain that nobody. I'm keeping score. Fuck you guys.
scoreboard. Unless Tyler fucking added a scoreboard in there, then.
I'm 100% sure that nobody since Minecraft has added that feature has defaulted to the double tap to sprint.
There's
I'm
literally
sure. No, I'm
one
sure. There's a
person
lot
in
of
this
people that
call.
play
Guys,
Minecraft because
in
you
the
know.
comments-
Absolutely not.
In the comments below, please prove
Yeah, please
Taryn
in the
wrong.
comments tell Taryn they're dumb.
Get in the
I'm gonna-
comments.
I'm gonna
That,
leave
that's
a
a Call
comment.
of Humor bit.
Tell Taryn they're really stupid.
Well, let's be
Yeah,
real. Minecraft is
next
like
episode, like, oh, we got a comment from TheZombieWizard. Taryn was wrong.
Taryn was wrong. Also, please have my comment be anonymous, and you just fucking show that it's me.
If everyone could go ahead and find him, find the zombie wizard, whoever this Slender Man is.
What you can see
Slender Man.
currently on
This
your
is in
screen right
20
now
or
is
2008.
Zombie's IP. Please log this number and save it for future need.
All right, let's not leak my phone number.
That's not your
Not the number
IP.
you're talking about.
That wasn't the joke. Okay, well, I was
dumbass.
half paying attention. I'm sorry.
It's half more than usual.
Zombies
Alright,
wrong
alright.
again. I'm only keeping track of when I'm right and when zombies wrong.
What
that's
the
that's the
fuck
only
was
score
that?
I'm
What the
keeping.
I'm still gonna argue you're wrong about the Pokemon
Do
thing.
you
but let's
drink
move on
every
from
time
that.
zombie says something dumb?
If you're of legal age.
Oh yeah. Hold wait,
If you're of legal age, take a shot whenever any of us says something dumb.
they'll die.
Yeah.
Halfway through the game.
Unicorns are real.
Also, don't sue us for alcohol poisoning that
Unicorns
you may
are
incur.
Yeah, we are not liable for anything.
Yeah.
Don't blame us for anything you've ever done.
Yeah.
Don't blame
If,
us for
if,
anything.
if you close this podcast and you're like, wow, what a nice pod, oh, and like stub your toe,
You
That's
closed
not
the
our problem.
podcast. That's your fault.
Yeah.
Exactly. You close
that's
the
out of
podcast.
our hands. We
Yeah,
made
right.
this. You are consuming it.
As soon
Yes.
as you leave
The
this
fact that you're getting a
page-
tummy ache is not really our prerogative.
As soon as you
Shouldn't
leave
we
this
should
page,
just go
nothing we
like
told you to do is our fault.
Yeah.
Th-
As long as
this
you
is like
keep-
this is like a reverse subliminal message.
I think that's just called messaging.
Oh yeah.
That's just.
I guess so.
messaging.
Hey guys, listen to our subliminal message. Don't sue us.
It's like those ads. You know those ads where it's like fucking don't spend as much time on the computer or on technology and everything.
Yep.
No, do. But you gotta watch this podcast.
Yeah. You should.
Otherwise-
be on the computer.
otherwise-
it's a great day outside. Unless you're
I mean,
go
this
fuck
is more of a
spend-
listening
stay inside.
podcast. But yeah.
Listen, we can have visual stimulation.
Visual
Look,
I'm
Seriously,
getting
that's
visually
hot.
stimulated right now.
Look at this
Alright.
picture of a
Alright,
cat I'm putting
alright.
on screen right now. Isn't it visually stimulating? Look at the cat. Fuck you.
What's the rating of this podcast?
If you're not 18, then you're 12.
If you what?
That's not really an age rating. That's more of that's more of age presumptions, age prejudice. I'm not sure.
Insult?
I don't even know how to respond.
Insult. Yes, insult.
All right. Anyways, changing topic. Have y'all been following the fucking Josh fight?
I did
Yeah,
hear
that
about
happened
that.
yesterday.
That was amazing.
I can't believe people actually showed up.
It started
I
off.
don't know what that is.
Okay,
Basically, it was
I'll
a
ex-
meme from a long.
No, I
long
wanna
time
explain
ago.
it.
I don't care. I've already started. So
No,
this guy,
I started
on
it. I get to
Facebook
explain it.
and he took
Fuck.
just like everybody he could find with the name Josh,
like-
and he put
What is
them
it,
in a
Josh
group
Swain
chat.
or something?
Yeah,
It's
Josh
specifically
Swain.
Josh Swain, yes.
specifically. And he sent coordinates and said, "Meet in this spot, April 24th, 2021. We will fight, and the winner gets to keep the name." And
And
then
the data roll-
on
it's
April
won?
24th,
a
Did Josh
5-year-old.
win?
No, hold on.
5-year-old.
Fucking
apparently it was like a little kid. Like
He was a 5-year-old.
Yeah,
or
it was
something.
a
Nice.
actually 4-year-old.
Yeah.
He won, and they awarded him with a Burger King crown and
Yeah.
a like WWE.
Okay. So I
belt
did
replica.
see that picture. I saw someone having that kid over their shoulder.
Okay, I thought if you were talking about the other Burger King crown
Yeah,
incident,
no,
then
we can't
let's
talk
not
we
mention
can't
that.
talk about that.
What?
No, Taryn,
Nope,
we can't.
we're not mentioning
No,
it.
Taryn, we can't.
Okay. All
We're
right.
not mentioning it. You can look it up another time.
I'll look it up right now, so we can get the shock realization in a couple
Okay.
minutes.
God.
Oh no.
You know, whoever brought that Burger King crown probably knew what they were doing there.
I honestly probably.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah,
that took place in October.
that's
Yeah,
like
but it's been
just
a
getting
meme ever
popular
since,
now.
especially on TikTok.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I did see that video. I did see that. Yeah.
Okay.
The
Not
guy,
affiliated with Burger
that
King.
guy looks like Jimmy from At Dead of Night. You know that game?
Oh, no.
No, I don't know what I did.
I thought you were about to say Jimmy Neutron.
Yeah, I did too. I'm not gonna lie.
the stars.
That's
It's
what I
time to
was
brain blast.
We can't do that.
Yeah.
Stop. No. We'll get in
The,
trouble.
What?
copyrighted IP.
What do you? What? Oh yeah, same brain blast. Oh, we're just gonna
Editor, take that out.
get. What?
Cranium-
You're just gonna bleep me every time I say brain blast?
Cranium combustion.
Cranium expansion.
Cranium combustion.
Oh my god. Okay.
My
no,
mind
back to
palace
the,
is becoming erect.
no, back to the Josh fight. There was one guy that brought. There was a bunch of pool noodles they
Yeah,
used
it was
to fight.
a bunch of pool noodles and like
There's-
toy shields.
There's
The best
one guy
weapon.
that brought 2 drills that had like pool noodles on the end, and I saw there was a video of him just spinning them like threateningly, and that, dude, the amount of main character energy that guy had was insane.
Oh,
He
thank you.
was Josh Swain.
He was Josh Swain,
He's not
but
anymore.
he lost to the true Josh.
True Josh.
I have
I
a
think-
friend named Josh, and I meant to text him earlier, like, yo, why didn't you show up? Now I can't call you Josh.
Your name has been.
Oh,
revoked.
so did non-attendant Josh's did they lose by default?
If your
Oh no,
name was Josh
everyone
Swain,
lost the name, but the 4-year-old Josh, he let everyone kept the name as the true Josh though.
as
I
the
see.
true Josh.
That's the canon lore of the Josh
Okay,
battle.
okay. Josh battle lore.
Yeah.
I'm into it.
Mhm.
Can we
Yeah.
just say this is the most wholesome thing that's happened in a very long
Yeah,
time?
like
Yeah.
seriously, it was just a bunch
Amazing.
of dudes
Yeah,
getting
that's
together,
nice.
having fun.
A bunch of fucking dudes made a meme online. Hey, we're gonna fight
They
at
basically
these
just went out and
coordinates.
LARPed in the middle of a
We're
field.
gonna fucking fight. Be ready. And then months go by, it starts becoming a meme.
And then,
And then
people still
they
show
just
up.
fight with fucking pool noodles? And then they do rock, paper, scissors? And then they let a 4-year-old kid win? Dude, fucking amazing.
I think
I
my,
Yeah. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but today was also the date of a more
Yeah.
morbid thing.
We can't
Yeah.
say that either, but we
Let's
don't
I
condone it.
I don't want to talk about that, to be
Yeah.
honest.
Just,
know what
ju-
you're talking
We
just
probably
let's
can,
let's
but I
just
don't
take
want it
off
getting any
our
more attention.
rose-colored lenses for 1 minute and see that yep, the world is still kind of not great, and put them back on and think about the true Josh again. Are we all
True
good?
Josh.
Are
Yes.
the rose-colored lenses back on? All right.
True Josh.
Good.
I could actually put on some glasses. It'd
I
be
could
good.
as well. I won't.
But there's
though.
no face cam.
I
so
just have
that
anime
wouldn't really make
glasses.
sense.
That's all I have.
I
here.
don't have glasses because unlike the rest of you bitches, I was born with the ability to see, kind of.
Motherfucker, I meant like sunglasses. I've got
Tyler,
very good vision
I have
last
also
time I
have very
checked.
good vision. I don't need glasses at all.
Tyler, you and I are the only ones here that need glasses.
I don't need
That's,
glasses.
so Tyler's
Well,
alternative.
one of
You're
your
the
eyes
only-
does.
No, that's not how it works.
So do you wear a monocle, Tyler?
I forgot you're like blind in
My
one
other
eye.
eye is fine. Like I have.
Well,
20/20
both
in
of
the
my
eye
eyes are
works.
awful.
How's-
so
hey, let me-
fucking
if-
whoop-de-doo.
Hey, think fast, Chuckle Nuts. Catch this one. You feel shitty ass depth perception. I just throw a fucking flashbang at you.
Just throw a fucking flash grenade. It's like, fuck it,
So
next time.
we have quickly divided the speakers of this podcast between visually impaired and not visually impaired.
Yeah.
Otherwise known
the
as
cool side
Alpha.
and the side
and
with the
beta.
zombie on it.
What?
Nothing.
Why does everyone come for me, huh? Why does everyone come for me?
Speaking of Alpha and Omega, did you guys remember Sonic Heroes?
You guys remember that
Sonic.
shitty movie about the dogs, Alpha and Omega?
See,
What?
I,
Do you guys
see-
remember Airbud? That was a movie about dogs.
Okay.
Airbud?
We are
Okay,
making
okay.
the wildest connection.
Okay, wait. Okay, when you first said Alpha and Omega Terran, I thought you were gonna go for the movie that
That
Tyler was
shitty
talking
movie with
about,
the dogs?
but then all of
Yeah.
a sudden you go for Sonic Heroes, and I'm like, where the fuck did that come from?
Yeah, wait.
Well,
what
see,
connects
you
Sonic
followed a
Heroes
thread
with
that did not exist.
The
It did
fucking
exist,
robot.
just not for you.
Not to me, and I was the one saying it, so it didn't exist. You
Oh, there
invented a
was no
thread,
thread,
threw it out
okay.
for yourself, followed it, and we're like, oh, what? This isn't what Taryn said. Obviously not.
Well,
I'm gonna be honest. I haven't played many Sonic games. I thought Sonic Heroes was like a fraternity fuck.
keep it
function
that
type
way.
thing.
Most Sonic games are really disappointing.
I
Yeah.
like Sonic Heroes.
Sonic
when I
Heroes
played
was
it.
good.
Sonic Heroes
You know,
is good.
I've been hearing a lot about Sonic 06. I think I
Sonic
might
06
try
is
that.
Fucking
Do it.
terrible.
No, I know how
Sonic
bad that is.
06
Tyler,
is
don't
not
tell
a
him.
video game.
It's not a
Tyler,
video
don't-
game. It's an
Tyler.
experience.
Tyler, don't
It's
tell-
not
don't
even
tell
an
him.
experience. There's nothing to do in that game.
Hell.
There's plenty of things to do in that game. It's just you don't want to do
Yeah,
anything 'cause they're all fucking
die.
boring.
Die.
Look, you open Sonic 06 and you're like, wow, time to sit down and play this great 2006 Sonic game. Whoops, why am I opaque?
By the way,
Why am I no longer opaque?
is it like a thing to name Sonic games that after the year they come out?
No,
they literally did that
the
once.
title of that game was just Sonic, but
It
because
was
of
Sonic
it,
the Hedgehog.
yeah,
But
right,
yes.
because it was based off of the anniversary of Sonic that was happening in 2006. However, it was so bad, and people needed a way to talk about how bad it was without just saying the franchise was bad. So they dubbed it Sonic.
okay.
Apparently,
Okay.
there's a rumor that was originally just going to be some random generic JRPG, but Sega realized they had nothing.
Honestly, I
planned
wish
for
it was.
Sonic's anniversary, so they were like, "Fuck you, put Sonic in that," and they did.
Put the blue hedgehog in there.
Like
Yeah,
literally,
because like you
can't
can
confirm that.
buy new shoes.
What?
Yeah, in Sonic 06 you can
Yeah,
like
Like,
buy
the main
new
gimmick
shoes.
is you buy gems that you put in your shoes.
Yeah. And,
You
and like
know.
I know Sonic
That'd be
Adventures
pretty
did like a
uncomfortable.
shoe upgrade thing.
Yeah, Sonic Adventure had like the upgrade systems and stuff, but
Yeah.
Not
But you
only-
literally have to go to a guy at the edge of a dock in like this little dinky rundown shop, and you go up to him and you're like, "Hey, can I get some shoes?" And he's like,
okay.
Sylvester
the-
Stallone selling
well, yeah,
shoes.
well, no, they were barely voiced.
Yeah,
Like
they just
any of
made
the NPCs
random
were barely
generic
voiced.
anime ones.
Yeah. And then Sonic's like, "Nice,
But
let's
nice.
go find whatever the point of this game is."
But the
Poggers.
problem with those, like the shoe
If
upgrades
Sonic
is-
the hang on, shut up. If Sonic the Hedgehog ever said "poggers," I don't know what kind of physical reaction I would have.
mine would be vehement vomiting.
Just instant.
Poggers.
There it is. There's the look at you made Tyler vomit. Look what you did.
Oh my god, dude! I just came up with my new Discord name. Holy shit!
Sonic the Hedgehog says poggers.
Poggers.
Oh my god.
The
Anyway,
best thing that came out of Sonic 06 is the fan dub. That is
the
like that's
fandom
an
for that
objective
game
fact.
is better than the game.
Absolutely.
I have not seen that, and I know now something I need to
Oh,
do.
you 100% need to. You have a part of your life left unfulfilled.
You really do. It's like a
Let,
red pass.
let me give you the hard sell, all right? Imagine Sonic the Hedgehog. Already pretty good concept.
Listen,
And
you've
then you
already-
think of a world where people don't take the game seriously. Boom.
so
Sonic
it's
06
go-
fandom.
So it's ghost stories.
No.
Are there ghosts?
Okay, so so the whole point of the Sonic 06 fan dub was that it is very limited on the scripts that they wrote. They more like wrote an outline for it
Yeah,
because the
most
majority
fan
of
dub
it
improvised.
is improv.
Bro, okay.
It's by the same people who did the fan dub for Sonic Adventure.
Yeah, they've dubbed a lot of Sonic games.
The guy with Dr. Eggman and had Shadow pissed on his wife.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's what that's.
And then he pisses on the
Pissed
moon.
on
Yeah,
my
those are
wife.
the same people.
Who posted my nudes on Twitter?
He pulled out his gross hedgehog dick and he said his dick is this big. And I'm like, that's disgusting. Yeah,
Oh my god, I need to watch those again.
The
Those
fan
are
dub is so
hilarious.
they're
funny.
super good.
That would be a good bit.
Sure,
piss on
if you're
his
ever
wife
gonna do that again.
I might not. Oh my god, should we? Oh my god,
We should film an episode of the podcast in VR chat someday.
that would be very
Disgusting.
good. I'd like to do that.
I don't have an avatar that I feel represents me.
Taryn, I'll fucking make you one.
Do it then, coward.
I will.
Can you make me one too?
Can you make me one?
I'll charge.
You've fallen into.
I
a
know you already
chasm that
offered to make me
cannot
one, I just
climb
wanted to
out
have-
of.
I'll charge Zombie, but I won't charge Taryn.
Wow! How much you charge?
Nice.
Terran's is a journey for self-expression. You just want one because you're fucking lazy.
I motherfucker. If you do not know what my avatar looks like for the past like year and a half,
like the
it is
Beat
literally
Saber
a
model.
default
Yeah.
like a Y-bot.
No,
It's
I thought it was the
exactly what it
skeleton.
No,
It's a skeleton
No.
or that.
no, the skeleton is like, yeah, I have that and I sometimes use it, but no, I don't see that as my avatar. I see the Y-bot as my avatar.
I think the default Y-bot is still like that. That says something.
But
If
no,
you
It
if you
does,
want me-
yeah,
if
it
you
does
want me
say
to-
something.
If you want me to make you an avatar, I will, and I won't charge you.
Okay.
But
See, thing is, I
Terran's-
don't know what I
Terran's
would
gonna
Well,
go first.
Wolfie was supposed to make me one, but then she never did.
Well, I'll do it right after this. I will open up. We'll probably just make it in Vroid. I will open this up, stream it, and we'll make it together.
Wow.
Okay.
Because I have to work on Kate's anyway. Because I keep telling her.
I
will,
just
and
need help.
Don't.
I just need help finishing mine because I have the model. Like mine was gonna be a con, but with like the hair from my profile picture that I have right now, and that was pretty much my plan.
I-
But it's just
I
I
just
also never go on VR chat. So Tyler, what's it gonna feel like to put effort into making an avatar and then I never use it?
I'll fucking use it. I don't care. I don't know.
I
Sure.
just need help.
wasn't it more that I mean I know you never just didn't really like it that much, but we also just kind of a lot of us just stopped really.
Yeah,
doing it.
when like
I
When-
never liked VR chat. I'm gonna be honest. I only went on because either Kirby dragged me in, or one of you guys dragged me in.
I absolutely.
Like
love
I don't
VR.
think I have ever willingly opened up VR chat because I just don't think there's anything worthwhile there.
Well, it's because you don't play it in VR. Like.
Well,
I'm not gonna show
yeah,
you how it
obviously that's why.
is. Buy
Um,
an Oculus
Yeah, that's a
Quest or
valid
some
point.
shit. They're super cheap. You can get a
I
Quest for
don't-
like $200.
I don't want to. I just have no interest in VR. Like there's nothing there that I don't think I couldn't experience just by looking at the screen.
have you tried VR before?
Like literally,
Absolutely
that's the only thing. Like it's just you think that until you use it, and then you realize that it's just not true.
Taryn,
It's made a huge
Taryn.
difference having one.
when eventually, whenever all this this
D-
pandemic shit is
eventually, are you buying it for me?
I'm not buying it for you. I was gonna say,
I'll buy you a fucking
when
Quest.
when
They're
either you come
$200.
visit me or I come visit you, I'm gonna bring my headset, and you're gonna try out some VR. That might be like spoiling you though, because I have the Valve Index.
Well,
Which is,
that would be the best way to experience it because the Valve Index.
Yeah, but
despite its
the thing
massive
is, then
price tag,
if
that's what
Taryn wants to get
is.
VR, he's gonna want him. You're gonna want the same sort of experience, and they're not gonna get that
Your
with other
first
headsets.
headset should be an Index. If you want to test out VR chat on an Index, go nuts. But your first headset to buy should not be an Index.
No.
Yeah, mine
though it
is
was
the Rift
mine.
S, and I
No.
like it.
Like,
My-
just get an Oculus Quest. They're so cheap, and like Taryn, like I could
I
sit
just
here
don't
forever.
want to.
It's so much fun.
I don't. Okay. to end this right now, I don't think Terran's gonna be convinced until until you probably experience VR firsthand.
Well, like, so you're saying get a fucking Ready Player One ass headset.
I'm not.
What is Tyler? What is Tyler telling me? Then?
Tyler's
Oculus
telling you the
Quest?
opposite
The
of me.
Oculus
I'm saying
Quest
try
is,
out
like,
VR before you do anything.
Really cheap. It's literally just like a plug and play.
Yeah,
Like,
but what the fuck is VR if I don't have hands?
you do have hands.
They come
For
with
what?
it.
Wait, what are you
Does it
talking
come with
about?
hands?
The
I
Oculus
hang
Quest
on.
2?
I was under the assumption that the cheap ass one that Tyler was suggesting just had the headset.
No,
That's
no.
ages ago. We
Quest
are
2
long past
is
that.
like, what is it? Like
It's
300?
white.
the
Quest
price.
2 is $200.
$200. You get Quest 2 is actually really good. It's just that
incredible.
Facebook is spying on you.
But that's the kicker. Is well, no,
Yeah.
you
I
can
already have
bypass
an
that,
Alexa,
though.
so
You
I'm
can
being spied
bypass
on.
Yeah,
the
same.
Facebook requirement by hooking your Quest up to your PC, because then it runs through Steam VR, not Oculus. Meaning Facebook isn't required.
Really?
Mhm.
Oh, I didn't know you could do that. But
Oh,
yeah,
dude,
Quest
as
2 is
soon
actually
as
a
they heard
really
the
good
Oculus
headset.
Quest ran through
Zombie
Facebook-
giving his information away for free.
No, but
Wow.
as soon as everybody saw the Quest ran through Facebook, people immediately started looking for ways to bypass it, and it didn't take very
Oh,
long
yeah.
to figure it out. Fuck Facebook.
Fuck Facebook.
Fuck Facebook.
Oh my god!
Jesus.
You
That
can
woke the people up.
You
Jesus.
can demonetize me for that one, YouTube. Fuck Facebook.
For anyone out there that likes Facebook, you're wrong.
Fuck you too.
You're
yeah.
wrong. Okay,
You're
okay.
on the
If
scoreboard.
anyone out
I'm right,
there
you're wrong.
likes Facebook, you're either a
You're either
millennial-
90
Shush.
or an idiot.
One of those
No, you're
Amazon
either a
bot workers.
millennial that's trying to connect to family. You're a boomer that's for some reason listening to this podcast, probably because Blue's on here and he's a boomer. Or
I am not. I hate that.
or you're dead. There's no other option.
The time for Facebook is gone. It is now time to return to MySpace.
It's
Honestly, if we reverted to MySpace, I would be okay with that.
Well, it wouldn't
No,
take long for
MySpace-
Facebook-
MySpace
it wouldn't
was
take long
wholesome.
for
It's
Facebook
time
you
to
didn't-
go
Oh, well, if you're not gonna give us
back
money, they'll just
to
buy
the
MySpace.
Nintendo DS like chat.
TikTok.
PictoChat was the best.
I don't know. I don't remember what it was called. I just
PictoChat.
remember.
You just said it.
I-
Do you not
PictoChat.
remember what it was called because you didn't have friends to use it with?
Yes. Anyway,
Oh my god.
I did it with my next door neighbor.
Do any of you know what AIM was or AIM or
I
whatever?
know what AIM
Sorry, I
is.
couldn't
just
hear you
never
over
had to
your
use it.
dial-up. Yes, I know what fucking AIM is.
Was the messaging system of AOL.
Yeah.
Dude,
That was a time.
I remember buying a new computer game and having the fucking 50 free hours of America Online in it. Like, there was that one joke in that JonTron video, and I was like, holy shit, I legitimately remember that. And then I
What
felt
was-
so fucking old.
What was your guys's first video gaming experience? Like, what really got you into video games?
My first
Hmm.
video game experience as a whole, or like the first game I ever played?
The first game that kind of both, because I'm looking for the first game that you played at the youngest age, where you were playing it and you were like, "Wow, I would love to do more of this." Like that sort of thought process.
I'm gonna split that in half because
ahead.
I remember both of these moments very vividly. The first time I was exposed to video games as a whole was my uncle playing through Kingdom Hearts in my grandmother's basement. I just remember walking in and seeing him playing the game. I was like, wow, this is cool as shit. And then my first gaming experience, like my first game, was my mother getting me the slim PS2 for like my 7th or 8th birthday. And then I got
Wow.
I can't remember.
Nice birthday.
No. Oh my god. I can't remember the game.
Was it like the Star Wars? Because that was the first game I played on the PS2. Or was that PS3? No, that's PS2.
You're not that young.
Shut up.
So for mine, while Tyler ruminates, I'm gonna give you guys. I need you all to mentally prepare
Okay.
for the whiplash I'm about to put you through.
Hold on, hold on,
So-
hold on. I'm leaning back in my chair. My eyes are closed. Go on.
So, the first gaming, like deep into gaming thing, was on the PS2, playing Gauntlet Dark Legacy, and that was my favorite game growing up. That I like religiously played. However, the game that got me into playing video games and like actually gaming on a PC was Freddy Fish 3: The Case of the Stolen Conch Shell.
Okay.
What?
Oh, fuck.
I am so happy to hear that because
Oh my
Freddy
God.
Fish was the shit.
Specifically Freddy Fish 3. I did not own any other Freddy Fish.
You know you can get them now, right?
I know, they're on
Oh, I love
Steam.
this song.
Yes.
Oh, speaking of the music, if you like the music in the background, I will link my Spotify playlist in the description below. I plan to update it every podcast so we get new music and stuff, but
As
Wish we
for-
could hear it.
Anyways,
Yeah, well, you're really spoiling the audience. We're not getting
Yeah,
none of that.
Jesus. What about your cast
you
members?
guys don't even like lo-fi. You guys-
Anyways,
I like lo-fi.
Where did you get that information
Where
from?
is this info
Whatever,
coming
I'll
from?
start a fucking listen party on Discord.
Tyler's showing up with
I don't have
lo-fi
Spotify.
critiques from
You don't have
2004.
Spotify?
No, I don't use Spotify.
Get him out.
you
What?
use-
No, don't get me
you-
out.
you
No,
use
keep me in.
iTunes?
What do you fucking use then?
I use YouTube.
Zombie, you are
You
already
use
the
YouTube
rotating guest. You
music
are on thin fall.
Music. all right, all right. No, shut up. Just because I like YouTube because it has basically all the music I want without like fucking much hassle, and I can make a playlist easily. I'm sorry, I don't care about the fucking whatever price YouTube makes me pay for listening to it on my phone.
Well,
I
you know,
like-
Zombie,
No,
it's
no,
interesting
hold
that
on,
you're
hold on,
saying
hold on.
that because the scoreboard has already shifted to where I get 1 point for being right.
Man,
And
that's
then you're
crazy.
wrong.
You see that scoreboard right there?
No. Hold
Fucking
on,
get
hold
it
on,
out
hold
of
on,
here.
hold on. Shut up for a second. Zombie, the problem isn't that you're using YouTube music. The problem is
I'm
that
not
you're
okay. Hold on.
willingly
I'm not
giving
specifically using YouTube
money.
music. I'm using YouTube.
Okay.
Okay, well at least you're not giving YouTube money.
Continue.
It's different. It's different.
Okay, all right, okay,
As long
all
as
right.
you're not giving YouTube money, I don't give two shits what you're doing.
Okay.
I'm still gonna make
What's
fun
the
Hey,
of you.
problem?
totally
We're not
unrelated
giving
question.
Spotify.
Where are we posting this?
Yeah, oh shit.
it's going
I'm
on
gonna-
Fuck you, YouTube. You think I'm ever gonna monetize my shit? Nope. PayPal's link in
Damn.
the description,
If
boys.
it-
Send the money there.
If it does well enough, maybe we'll put it on the platform Zombie doesn't use. Spotify.
Wow. Okay.
Which
the ba-
platform would that be? Tinder?
Tinder. Wow. Fuck you. I deleted Tinder too. Anyway,
So,
go on, Blue.
okay, so going back to the video game question,
Oh yes.
it's kind of tough for me because I don't know. The best memory that comes to my mind of what the first one that I played was I believe it was either Pokemon Blue or Yellow.
Let's say it was Pokemon Blue because that fits your naming convention very well.
Sure, we'll go.
I was
into that.
inspired at a young age playing
Yeah.
Pokemon Blue,
Yeah.
and
You're
I
not-
realized I was so infatuated with the color blue that I must make it my identity.
Yes, that's what I thought at that young
Back in
age.
1847.
Okay.
Ah
Anyways.
yes, Pocket Monsters Indigo.
Thou shalt now call me Blue. Anyways, go on, Blue.
I mean, like, because when I think back to everybody talking about, like, oh, I played the SNES or the Nintendo 64 when they were younger, I'm like, I never had that because my parents weren't really into. My dad had the original Game Boy, and like he had like Tetris and like Galaga,
Tetris?
but like, which Tetris is amazing.
Were you
always
alive
recommend
when Tetris came out?
Okay,
I'll
Shut
stop.
up.
I'll stop. I'm sorry.
no, you're fine.
Tetris didn't get released in '97.
Yeah, I think so.
That's the joke. Go on.
Anyways, So yeah, I would say it probably was Pokemon Blue. I had a yeah, 'cause I think
The
I had
original
it on
Tetris
the
was released in June 6th, 1984.
Jesus.
Oh god.
Yeah, because I know I think I used his Game Boy for a while. Then I got a Game Boy Color, which is it was a Pokemon one. It had Pikachu and Pichu on it, and the little on button was one of their cheeks. And I think that started my love for Pokemon, which still holds up today. But but yeah, I think that's what started me down the video game path. Well, one of my favorite games though has to be Pokemon Silver or Soul Silver, like the remake of it.
Mm,
I love that game.
I agree.
I lost
Heart Gold
my
and
original
Soul
copy.
Silver were when I got like really into Pokemon.
I lost my original copy, and I was so sad. But one of my favorite memories, though, was the I think with Pokemon Crystal. I just love the story because it just shows how stupid a kid can be, but also how you can take that stupidity and make something out of it. So was playing, and I was like, oh, you know what? At the time, like I don't know how to get the other starter Pokemon. I don't have a friend at the time to trade with. So I was like, okay, I'll start over my Crystal game, get Chikorita, trade it to my other game, and do that. I traded for I think it was like an Arbok or something, or it was an Ekans and then it evolved. I don't remember either way, but either way, I stupidly as a child did not realize that me doing the trading saved over my old file, so I had to start that game completely over with a either Arbok or Ekans, whatever it was. I mean, eventually it was an Arbok for my lead team member, and that was my starter throughout the entire game.
Wow.
And, yeah,
I commend you for sticking to that poor decision.
I think it was just like, oh, well, I
Listen,
guess
kids,
this is what I have now.
if someone hands you a copy of Pokemon and tells you your starter is going to be an Arbok, punch them in the kidney and throw the game away.
Let's not promote violence.
I promote violence.
Call for help
Yeah.
because this person is trying to make a fool out of you.
This person's trying to get a rise out of you.
Can
I mean,
this person be
look,
trusted?
The fact that it was myself though doing that is, I think, what makes it worse.
Yeah, past you really was an asshole, but also past you.
No, I was an asshole to my brother though. With
Past you to slightly less past you.
with Gen 3, I convinced my brother to pick Trico over Torchic because I told him that it would be better against my Torchic. I was an asshole to him for that. Because he wanted to choose Mudkip, and I'm like, nah, choose the grass one.
Dude, Mudkip was unironically like one of the better starters in like just Pokemon history.
My favorite starter though was Totodile.
Mudkip's making a comeback in Pokemon Sinnoh or Arceus.
Oh yeah.
My fucking game that started me. I've got an interesting story to this. Probably like the first like gaming I did was on a Game Boy Color.
Beautiful.
I remember I didn't play any Pokemon games because I wasn't into it. I think, oh god, what was the games I played on there? I can't even remember. Game Boy Color I had very young, and then DS, and the biggest game I played on there was Scribblenauts.
Ooh,
I fucking loved
yeah.
Scribblenauts.
great game.
But all throughout there, and before I had a console, I always watched these Minecraft Let's Plays. Yeah, you think I'm joking when I say this, but I'm not. I liked Minecraft before it was cool. Like, I fucking told my friends about this awesome block game called Minecraft, and they were like, yo, that sounds fucking stupid. And then, like, 2 years later, they're like, yo, play Minecraft with me. I'm like, motherfucker. I used to watch people play Minecraft, and then, like, play along on the keyboard, pretending I was playing.
The love
That is
of
adorably
childhood
sad.
innocence.
Cause even as a young kid, I didn't like asking my parents for money to buy a game because I felt bad. But fucking yeah. No, Minecraft was my
So
biggest
who
fucking
are you
game.
watching play Minecraft?
Back then, oh god,
Oh,
probably like
back then,
Vanilla
that-
or some
back
shit.
then, I know my answer of who was like the Minecraft guy.
I remember watching Tobuscus
Yep.
pretty well.
That's the
Also,
one.
Seth Bling, and what's another one?
Is Captain
Oh,
Sparkle?
of course, Yogscast. Of course.
Yeah, Yogscast and yes, Captain
Back then,
Sparkles
Yogscast
was
was, like,
Minecraft.
I didn't really watch Captain Sparkles.
I didn't either. It was mostly Yogscast and Tobuscus.
Yeah.
The Captain Sparkle stuff I liked was like the songs that they did, like that
Mhm.
whole trilogy thing they did with the songs, which looked really good,
Fucking
honestly.
Fallen
To
Kingdom,
my Minecraft songs I got from In the Littlewood.
in the Littlewood. Oh, I know.
Yeah,
who-
he-
How
he-
do
he
I
was
craft
one of
this
the,
again?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I
remember him.
think he was a Yogscast.
He was a
person?
Yogscast member.
was.
I don't know if he still is.
I don't think so.
I don't even know.
I
who's in
I think
Yogscast
he's doing
anymore.
solo stuff.
What's going on with Yogscast nowadays?
I don't care. They suck now, and it breaks my
All
heart.
right,
'cause I used to
all right.
watch
I'm
them as a
sorry.
kid.
Damn,
On
I
the-
didn't mean to punch a nerve.
Strong
Fuck.
Man, I didn't know this was strong opinions.
God
only.
damn.
Christ.
On
I
a
love
on a separate
Yogscast.
on a separate note, I think it's amusing sometimes to think about, like, specifically with video games, or just I guess just certain like tech, like periods in time where there's like this whole market for something specific. Like when VHS tapes were a thing, there was a whole market for like the
what?
rewind VHS tapes.
I wasn't
I know-
alive.
I
when
know,
that
keep
was-
going.
No, I was.
You absolutely were.
I absolutely was.
You absolutely would. They
I
didn't-
owned VHS tapes.
I
Same.
still have some of my old VHS tapes.
Do you have a player for it?
No.
Well, then why do you have the tapes?
Because they were from my
Just in
childhood.
case.
Yeah, I'm with Tyler. Keep it.
You never know when we get knocked back an era.
I mean,
What if my DVD players don't even really exist anymore?
What if
They-
my
they
what if
do.
my Xbox or PlayStation stops working and I can't watch Blu-rays? What if Netflix shuts down?
Honestly, what
Um,
if? Like, who the fuck uses Netflix anymore?
I do.
really,
I-
Tyler? Really?
I've been using Netflix to catch up on Toradora because I haven't
Okay.
watched that before and I know it's good.
Ooh,
I need to watch
Toradora is very
Toradora.
good.
I need to watch Toradora.
Also,
Very good.
Blue, which side were you in favor of for the the Netflix sucks category thing? What were you saying about that?
I was gonna say that on that board you have of times about you being right and others being wrong. Please mark one down for Tyler being wrong and another one for you.
Okay.
If
Because
you actually want to fucking support Netflix, God help you.
Well, it's not
Okay.
that I support Netflix. It's like the only
People
stream
use
service
Netflix.
that- yeah, like people
Yeah.
use Netflix, and like, what other fucking streaming service am I gonna use? HBO Max? Are you fucking kidding me?
I mean, that one's not bad.
The main ones I use: Netflix, Disney Plus, and Verve.
HBO Max isn't that bad. I have it.
I don't
think,
have
I
HBO
think the
Max.
only streaming that I do is off of Netflix, a little, and I emphasis on a little bit of Hulu and Crunchyroll.
I was gonna say, I use Crunchyroll.
Yeah,
Amazon Prime is
Fucking
not bad,
weeb.
but the Amazon Prime's layout that was
wanna
abysmal,
fucking
and they
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
only use Amazon Prime when it's stuff that I really want to watch. And
I used
and
Amazon
you
Prime
can't
for
get it
Good
anywhere else.
Omens, and that's it.
I use Amazon Plus for Your Name, which I still want to watch with y'all
You can definitely do that.
Eventually,
Yeah.
eventually.
I think Oz was getting me to watch Your Name.
Oh no, gotta watch it with me. Sorry, I said it first.
Who you
Yeah,
gonna choose, Karen, your partner?
I had dibs.
or your
I had
friend?
dibs
Where did you have dibs?
because I said, "Yo, let's watch Your Name," and then y'all started watching fucking your
Well,
JoJo.
When are you gonna come over?
When am I gonna come? No, we're gonna stream on Discord, and we're gonna have a Discord
no.
date. God.
Versus having a Discord date versus having an actual date. I would
Yeah,
rather
but it's
choose
not
the
with
actual
me.
date. I don't care.
Anyways, back to my main point that we got sidetracked off of. My
Sorry.
main point I was getting at is no, it's fine. I feel old saying this because, of course, I do.
Did you
But
buy DVDs from Netflix?
no.
Oh.
Well,
Red
my
Box.
parents did.
Ah.
My parents
I have a big preference, even back then. Sorry to interject, but I just had a really big preference for CDs.
Yeah, I mean, the only reason why people stopped doing the CDs is because the price
CDs
for that.
nuts.
Wow. Holy
Got him,
shit.
ladies and gentlemen. Put another win marker.
Put another one
That
on the
That
board.
is not a
Don't
win
bother,
marker.
that
That
joke's
is
getting edited
not
out.
a win marker. That's
That-
not
that
how
joke's
wins
getting
work.
cut out.
Good.
Aw.
Anyways,
Just keeping me laughing to
I
myself.
will. I will keep in you laughing at Blue talking about his past, but you will not get the satisfaction of having that joke in there.
Okay, fine. Okay, fine.
so what I was gonna say was with the backlight in screens of like whatever, like with I guess like with gaming handhelds,
Yeah.
like that whole market they had for the lights that you attach to the top of your Game Boy,
Yes, I
so you
had
could
one of
see
those.
the fucking screen. And then they brought out the Game Boy Advance SP, which is a fantastic system,
Mhm.
mind you. And then it's just like, nah, you
But
don't need that anymore.
That's
Goodbye.
the one I had.
Goodbye.
No, I had like 2 games on that. It was a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game, and it was sorry, Oz is fucking with my settings again, and my brain flatlined.
You know.
And there was a Kingdom Hearts game. It was like a
If it was a
like a
card game,
tactical card game. Yeah,
it was. I know exactly which one that was. That's Chain of Memories.
That one sucked.
Chain of Memories. It was good.
That one sucked.
Put another right marker on my name.
No,
game just
you
was
can't
not
just
good.
you can't just fucking say that.
But I'm correct, and I'm the most objective source on how
That's
correct
an
I am.
opinion matter.
Definitely
you are the
not.
farthest from the most objective source on how correct you are. That's like heavily biased.
No, my partner changed my name on Discord. No. God. Give it us.
Yes, that's true. All right, make a tally for Ozzy.
Oh, all right, fine.
Okay, so I have a genuine.
I'm gonna
I
have to
think
edit all these stupid fucking tallies.
You don't. Okay, you do fucking.
I.
No, I think it's funnier if we're demanding all these edits and then none of them happen.
That would
No,
also
making
be
it go
funny.
halfway through and then like at this point just say I'm fucking done.
Let's
with
just be
this.
like, no, I'm done.
So I have a genuine. I would probably say most likely like a wrong opinion, and I've been holding this in until we finally did the podcast.
Oh no.
Okay. I think. Okay. You guys know the whole scene in the whole infamous scene from Batman v Superman with the whole Martha scene.
I didn't watch that shitty movie.
I also didn't watch
Okay,
the
but you
movie.
guys are at least
you
aware
guys
of
are
it.
aware of it at least.
Not
Yeah,
really,
I'm aware of
actually.
it.
I don't know much about it.
I don't know what scene
Hey,
you're
I
talking
I predicted the ending and I didn't even watch it.
Okay, Blue, this is now a conversation between you and me.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so my point is that while I agree that the way they handled it in the movie was abysmal and just like did not work, I think the idea behind what they were trying to go for is
What?
not a bad idea to do.
How many
I don't
think
people are
that's-
named Martha?
That's not the Martha thing. The idea of like the
whole
huma-
movie?
Okay. The idea of like the humanity, like realizing the whole like the
That
'cause the whole thing-
Superman could kill all of them.
no, that's
Oh,
not what I'm
I'm
trying to
sorry.
say. No, you're fine. What I'm trying to say
The
is that like
estimated population of people named Martha is 298,248.
That's
I-
surprisingly small.
I'm
I
so
know,
mad
it's
that I
strange.
can't.
All right,
Okay.
Blue, what are you trying to say?
What I'm trying to say is that I feel like I can't even say it now because you guys.
Well, I'm just
Okay.
interjecting with facts while you're trying to get your stuff out. I mean, the fact that you're taking forever.
Okay, the whole idea of that movie, or at least that is heavily implied in that movie, is that Superman is like a godlike Jesus figure. Like there's like Jesus allegories throughout that whole movie, isn't there?
Mm-hmm.
I never
my
watched it.
Okay, but my point.
I've only
my-
heard about that because my parents are really religious and it pissed them off.
Oh boy, but my point is that like throughout the movie, Batman just thinks of him as just like that, like he's just some like whatever. And then with that scene where like saving, like, yes, did it play out horribly? Absolutely. But the idea of just that, like, oh, there's like humanity or human, like, he's a person. He's a person just like him.
I think I agree. However, the execution is absolutely terrible.
No, I agree
entirely
with
based around the fact that why would just saying the name Martha be like the thing that gets him to realize like you and I are one and the same? I also don't know why my Batman is also Stone Cold Steve Austin.
I don't know either.
There is a lot, and I mean a lot, of bad movies that have a very good premise behind them. Everything about a movie's execution.
Name some for us.
Section
Okay.
9 is a
I don't
really
watch
good
bad
show.
movies, but
I
I
have-
know.
Taryn, if it helps, I have a good sort of quote from something that I had read that sort of explains what I'm trying to say, but in a better way.
Yeah, I understood what you were saying. I'm just making fun of you.
I know. But so the whole that scene, Batman sees Superman as human for the first time during the Martha scene. He's never looked at Superman as a real person or as a man before. Then suddenly Superman is vulnerable. He has a regular guy's name and a woman who loves him crying over him, and a mom. His last words are basically save my mother. We see very emotionally how Batman realizes what he's doing and that he's the bad guy, a painful but very human revelatory moment. That my point in general is just that, again, it is handled horribly in that movie. But like I've seen it before.
The fact in the synopsis, I would have liked to have them said, like, save my mother. That's way more humanizing than save Martha. Martha could be any old raggedy bitch.
No, I agree with you. No, I agree. That's what I'm saying. It's like, yeah, they handled it
Save
horribly.
Martha
Just
Stewart.
having it be
The
save
VCR,
Martha.
it's recording. Save
Like,
Martha.
Okay, like say hypothetically the whole scene was shot with him just like please, we need to save my mother kind of thing, like saying just like that.
Yeah.
Do you think that scene would have worked out better if it was just
No, because the delivery was still terrible.
okay, well, the delivery was terrible, but like if they had worded it more around that, because yeah, the Martha thing sucked. I agree with that. That's just that's my only point.
If Superman had choked out the words "my mother's in danger,"
yes.
But then if that was the case, that whole fight wouldn't have mattered, because if Superman just said that at the beginning, like, "Hey, look, I got a jet. My mom's in trouble. See you later."
Dumb movie stuff.
Yeah, that fight was entirely avoidable.
Well, yeah. But I think just the reason why I brought up that point is just that was just like I agree it's fun to make fun of it and everything, but the idea of like seeing humanity behind someone that you didn't see humanity or what, like a vulnerable, like a person behind before, I just like that as an idea. They fucked it up horribly in that movie, and I would like to see
in an idealistic way. You're right, because that is something that needs to be done in a lot of cases around the world.
Yes.
However, I am watching a fantasy match about DC's two biggest heroes, and I want them to fight.
No,
I don't want this like fucking half thought out humanity shit.
No, I understand. I'm not saying like we need to rewrite that movie entirely for that. I'm saying that if another movie does a scene like that, I don't think it's fair to automatically.
Are you saying if another movie wasn't Batman v Superman?
I'm saying
if the movie is not Batman v Superman, yes, it's automatically better.
Okay, yeah, but then people are gonna like if the similar idea is done in another movie, people are just gonna be like, oh, they did the Martha thing. I was like, no, they did. Well, they did it better, I guess. If it's the better way to, I don't know how to put it exactly, but you get what I'm trying to say. I think.
Sure.
I think they need to redo that movie as a whole.
I think they need to throw that shit out.
I think I'd rather watch Marvel.
I would rather watch anything else. Like, I'm not a Marvel simp or a DC simp, but Jesus Christ, I just hate... I hate it. I hate both directions that these beasts have turned into. DC has turned into a cash grab of like just throwing big names around, totally fucking it up, and then doing like, hang on, let's try it again. Like,
Yeah,
and then it gets
let's do it
critical acclaim
again.
because what they did it okay this time. I dislike it heavily. And then Marvel, I have a few gripes with Marvel.
All right,
And
all right.
it mostly boils down to the fact that yes, they get the campy comicness, but that is the only note that they can play. Is campy comic book like 1996 comic books, and it's not fun to watch over and over again because that's the same formula that they use for every movie.
Yeah, it really
Okay.
is.
No, I think that's relatively fair. I mean,
Like
Right.
I will eat my hat if Marvel has the fucking balls to try and make a serious like Marvel cinematic comic book movie ever again. And I'm confident that they will not.
Not really a movie, but WandaVision was pretty serious.
WandaVision was a show entirely based on meta humor and pop culture references.
Not entirely.
What do you mean not entirely? The entire thing
No.
was a TV show.
Yes.
And it was self-referential. That's the
went-
same campy
The
shit.
reason it was a TV show ties into Wanda's backstory.
yeah, I'm with zombie. I'm with
and
zombie on that.
And the reason that Infinity War happened is because a fucking purple man wanted to murder half the population to retain resources.
Listen,
It was still a campy movie that was boring to watch. There's no rewatch potential in Marvel movies anymore because they're running off of the same script but changing the names.
but you know what the original reason for why Thanos wanted to do what he did in the comics, right?
Yeah, I
Wanna
know.
impress
It's
death.
It's
Yes.
dumb and I love it because that's another issue is they try to go for the campy comic book shit, but they don't go all the way. They keep the campy lines, the like sarcastic characters, the one-liner quips, and say that's good writing because it's backed with a dramatic backdrop. And I think those tones clash way too heavily.
They do. They
I
take the
wouldn't-
jokey nature of Marvel, but they leave out the Marvel part and they just put it in a serious setting and it doesn't work.
I
Right.
wouldn't say that it's always. I agree for plenty of them, yes, but I wouldn't say all of them. I mean,
I'm of
Winter
course
Soldier's pretty
generalizing.
serious.
I feel
Yeah,
like Iron Man's humor fits really well.
yeah.
That was also the first.
Too bad he's fucking dead.
Yeah.
Hey, whoa, spoilers for Endgame.
Too bad
I'm
he's
sorry,
dead as
when
fuck.
did that come out?
I feel like the only character's humor that really works is Iron Man's because he's like the closest to a human being out of all of them.
Yeah.
That's true.
I feel like that could also just be nostalgia playing at this, because let's be real, we all fucking loved Iron Man 1.
I
Oh, yeah.
didn't really care for the Iron Man movies themselves, which is weird to say.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if we can be friends anymore. No, I'm kidding.
I think I'm just still angry at the fact
The
that
character Tony Stark
that they
was great,
demolished. Sorry,
but
I'm getting fucking heated
Oh,
because
I know why you're gonna get heated.
War
and I
Machine.
wanna hear it.
Blue knows what I'm about to get into because I've complained about this before with him. I hate what the Marvel Cinematic Universe did to Spider-Man.
Oh, that wasn't where I
Like,
was. Gonna
okay,
think you were gonna go.
What's up?
Yes, Tom Holland is a fantastic Spider-Man. He's very good. He's a very good actor. And fucking Spider-Man stands don't come at me. But they stripped Peter Parker of everything that he ever was. He's a self-made hero and a stupid kid. And those two things at the same time are a universal truth of comic books. But the fact that he's a fucking basically a Tony Stark robot, there's no character there. It's
yeah.
just, hi, my whole character is the fact that I was a mentor to Tony Stark. And that's put me off from all of these movies that Marvel is making about Spider-Man. I watched Homecoming, and I did not watch Far From Home just because that was how much it put me off. I did hear that it was a little better with Iron Man being out of the picture and Far From Home happening during that time period, but it still just rubs me the wrong way that Spider-Man is having to not climb himself, but climb from already being set halfway.
I will tell you right now, Far From Home, from what I can remember, fixes that because he gets fucked up and he climbs his way out on his own.
Part of my all or nothing ideals, but I think it's just too late for that.
Yeah.
Because he's already been set in the middle of the hero's journey.
Yeah.
See,
Just
thing
because
is,
you
Far
start
From Home
at the
plays
mid-
with that
just
as well, though.
Just because you start in the
The-
middle and get pushed
the-
backward doesn't mean
Okay,
you didn't already
the
start
fact
halfway
that
through.
Marvel is coy and like tongue in cheek about a thing that they messed up, I don't think that makes it better.
It's not that they're tongue in cheek about something that they messed up. It's about basically what happens in Far From Home is fucking Peter's overwhelmed with, you know, the death of his mentor and the fucking burden of him trying to fill that role, trying to be the next Iron Man, but then by the end of the movie, he understands that he's not going to be the next Iron Man. There is going to be no next Iron Man. He's just got to be Spider-Man. And Far From Home is a better Spider-Man movie than Homecoming.
I
will
agree
say
with
that
that.
for a
No,
fact.
I agree. I would happily watch Far From Home.
I was about to rally our listeners to get in the fucking comments because I thought you were about to say
I wasn't gonna gripe.
I
Tobey
thought you were about to
Maguire
say it
or
was
anything,
better than the
no.
Sam Raimi Spider-Man.
I was actually
Ooh.
that was my next question for you. Is your opinion the best example of the Sam Raimi one?
Our best current example of Spider-Man is Into the Spider-Verse, obviously.
Yes.
But live action wise, Tobey Maguire, in my opinion, played a fantastic Peter Parker.
That's what I was
Did
gonna
not
say.
play as good of a Spider-Man. However, the fact that Sam Raimi took the fact that Tobey Maguire was much better at playing Peter Parker than Spider-Man by making Peter Parker the sole focus to the point where for the majority of one of the movies, he
The
was
second
just
one, yeah.
Peter Parker.
Yeah, the second one.
The majority of the second
was more
movie,
Peter Parker
that
than
was just who
Spider-Man.
he was. He wasn't even Spider-Man. And I think that was a fantastic choice.
Oh, I agree.
But like I said, Tom Holland, very good Spider-Man. He plays Peter Parker very well, and he also plays the other side of Spider-Man very well.
Yeah.
I just hate what this one is.
It's what he's given that's the problem, not what he's doing
Mhm.
with it.
Exactly. I honestly had the same issue with Heath Ledger's Joker. Heath Ledger, fantastic actor, and he did very well in that role.
That
I
was
just
the
hated the
one-
role that they gave him.
That was the one in
the really recent one.
Suicide Squad, or
No. Heath
The
Ledger.
Dark Knight.
Was
oh, Heath Ledger, Dark Knight. Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
I love that movie.
I like the
I did
Arkham
not
games
like
Joker.
any of the Dark Knight series because but these are my hot takes about all superhero
Yeah.
movies.
As
They
an aware.
people try to do too much new stuff. In Dark Knight they tried to make the villains real and realistic, but that undermines the stuff that Batman is doing. The fact that Batman is a character that is very normal, very real. He doesn't have any powers, he doesn't have anything. He's just a guy who got really good at fighting with a strong heart for justice, fighting fucking superhumans, insane clowns, a crocodile.
Yes.
Like that is so raw and so good about Batman because he is able to still overcome these things despite being as human as he is, especially compared to the backdrop of Gotham. That's why in The Dark Knight I didn't like Heath Ledger's Joker because he was just a guy in makeup, nor Bane because he was just some fucking asshole with a mask, and I don't even know what the third one was.
The
'Cause I
first
didn't
one was
watch
the original one was Scarecrow.
They started with Scarecrow.
Scarecrow was
that.
Scarecrow was the first one.
Fuck
Yeah.
that. That's awful.
I mean, I mean, seeing Batman Begins, like,
I think the best representation of the Joker was the Joker from the Arkham games. I can't remember the name of his actor.
Mark Hamill.
That was Mark Hamill.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he
Skywalker.
by far.
He's my favorite always.
best Joker.
Well, that's an extension. I'm kind of grouping these two representations of Joker into one because they're both voiced by Mark Hamill. But Batman Animated Adventures, also
I was
wonderful
just about to
Joker.
mention that.
Yeah. that
Also a
one.
wonderful Joker.
Yes.
Is that the one where this scene has been burned into my mind just because of the fucking creepiness factor? I don't remember if it's this exact character, but I believe he walks up to a apartment. I believe Barbara Gordon's apartment.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm
Mhm.
talking about. Knocks on the door, and you can just see his face. It's like kind of shadowed, kind of not, and it pans down to the gun, and he just fucking shoots Barbara Gordon. In the
That
fucking...
is that's
That was the
joke.
killing joke. Yeah.
That's the Killing
Yes.
Joke.
That's
that
the killing
scene
joke.
burned into my head because that is so fucking good.
Yes.
got
Mark
it.
Hamill was the Joker in the Killing Joke.
That scene I love. I didn't even really watch the animated show, whatever it was called.
Well, like they'd made like a movie of the
The
the-
Killing Joke was like the end of the anime.
Okay. The anime?
Well, that's what it was. It was Batman
It
anime.
wasn't.
I mean, there was
okay.
that whole weird beginning part in the
Anime is just short for animation.
I know.
Yeah, but it's the inferences.
That's your
What?
fault, not mine.
What do you mean it's my fault? It's a fucking society's
Let's-
fault, not
spe-
our
speaking,
fault.
Speaking of society, let's talk more about the Killing Joke because I think that's a fantastic story.
Speaking of
Oh, yeah.
society, we live in society.
So the fact that the fact that so does everybody here know the plot of the Killing Joke?
I have the
No.
book. Yes.
Okay, so the plot of the Killing Joke is that the Joker, our funny man Joker, w- wanted to prove that everyone is just one bad day away from becoming him, becoming the psychopath that he is, and he's trying to prove that to Commissioner Gordon. But to do that, he uses Barbara Gordon as a crux to make him have the worst day possible. But the antithesis of that plan is the fact that he actually gave Barbara the worst day possible. Yet she persevered. And people take away the wrong message of taking that the Joker saying that everyone is just one bad day away from becoming who he is incorrect, because the entire point of the Killing Joke is proving Joker wrong.
Yeah.
Like no matter how many bad days, that's actually what I'm talking about. No matter how many bad days, especially with how bad of a day Barbara was having because of the things Joker was doing to her, crippling her and like, you know, all
Other
of the
stuff.
other horrible
Yes.
stuff. Barbara still finds a way to be a very useful hand to Batman and
Yes.
still with a strong heart of justice.
I
And
agree.
and that's the takeaway, is that the Joker's wrong. And these fucking edgy, we live in a society people are like, oh, but we're all just one bad day. No! The whole point of that comic was that the Joker is incorrect. And that
I
his
think-
assumption was false.
One of my favorite bits just from the end though is when he and Batman are outside and it's just like just the whole like, you know, the whole final discussion they have and the whole joke that Joker does about like the two people escaping from the mental.
and then you'll just shut
Oh
them
my
off
god,
and
I
go
was
on
thinking of
pause.
that, yeah.
Yeah,
In
the
the
whole-
original cut of that movie, Batman kills the Joker right there, and that's how it ends. But they left it more ambiguous in the cut
They were always
released.
ambiguous.
Yeah.
It's always been ambiguous. Even in the comic, it's.
I
never clear.
said in the original cut of the movie, they were just gonna have him kill the Joker outright,
Hmm.
but they went with
Uh-huh.
the ambiguity because that's what it's had as a whole.
Oh yeah.
Plus,
I think
They
it's
need
better
to
than
they
make
didn't want
a-
the movie to differ from the comic too much.
They
I
shouldn't.
really hope.
That is a very prevalent issue in comics, in comic book movies. looping it back to my point, because
Oh.
you know this is the me show.
Yeah, of course.
Comic book
Woo.
movies are doing too much to try and be something unique. I
Yeah.
would very much like just for it to do basically what anime does with manga. Just take it as a source material, change it in ways that you think need to be changed, and then submit it and be like, done. Honestly, copy cut pasting a comic book into a movie, I would happily pay for that. But
Mhm.
Hollywood bigwigs don't have that figured out yet.
No, that's fair. I mean, I think for me, yeah, there's definitely like a superhero movie or show or whatever. It's crazy still to me how like several years, not even several, like probably maybe like more than a decade ago, people talking about superheroes is like, oh, let's write something down to describe my opinions and why I like this show so much. But they do a really good job with um that show, and I'm excited for when they do season 3. I think for me, a lot of it's also just how they incorporate like a lot of just like issues going on today with different social issue topics or political topics. They do I'd say a very good job with that, and like you saw that like you did see that in like Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and I think they did a pretty decent job with that. But it's like, I don't know. It's nice to sort of have a cynical take sometimes, I guess, on the whole superhero idea.
Yeah.
Sometimes it can be necessary.
Yeah.
Breaking up what a superhero is very interesting to me, definitely.
Yeah. There's just like basically like take the archetypes of just like you probably could say Justice League is probably the best example, because like there's like a Superman character, a Wonder Woman character, a Aquaman character, and vast majority of them are just really shitty people. One of them a complete sociopath, but played to perfection by the actor. But it's like
Who are you referring to?
Homelander. Homelander, the
Hmm.
main character, not the main character, the main villain, really. He's so well done as a like superhero villain character. Like I I I don't really know what else to say about him without really spoiling anything, but they do a good job with that show. I would recommend it. I recommended it before, but I know when I was recommending it was also when Twitch was recommending it, and everyone was sick of hearing mentioning of it, and so I stopped for a while because of that. Because that's
Yeah,
all you
I was
see for
kind of
ads
swayed
on Twitch.
away because of the advertisement that Tumblr did.
Oh, well, I didn't know Tumblr did, but I just know that for a while, like when season 2 was coming out,
Mhm.
it was like flooding the ads and everything for
Yeah.
Twitch.
It was like the same thing for me. Sorry, same thing for Tumblr. It was like a big close up on like one of the characters' faces, and it took up the entire screen, and it was always the first thing you saw when you opened the Tumblr mobile.
That's interesting.
And it was just there.
In general though, if you want something different, I would recommend that.
Alrighty, boys and girls. We are gonna put a pin in this because
We're just gonna
I'm getting tired and I
Put a
still
pin
have
in it?
editing to do.
I think
Oh.
overall a good first episode. I enjoyed
How long-
that.
go for it.
I
Hold
hit
on,
my mic.
shut the fuck up. Let me do the outro. Shut the fuck up.
Okay.
So, everybody's socials are on screen here. I will also put links in the description for just a more direct comparison. The song playlist will also be in the description. And feel free to recommend other songs you want to hear in the comments below, and I'll throw it into the playlist as well.
And
we don't
if you
really...
want,
Shut the fuck up, Blue.
Let's go.
Yeah, Blue.
Make a suggestion.
We don't really have a schedule yet, so I don't know when the next episode's gonna be out. It's kind of just whenever we get together and throw one out. But yeah, other than that, I mean, I don't really have anything else to say. Anybody? I know Blue had something.
Well, when you leave a review, Tell us what your favorite superhero movie is. I'd love to hear about that.
Yeah, and if
And
it's
your
Suicide
least
Squad,
favorite.
don't bother.
And tell us who your favorite Josh is.
My favorite is Josh Swain.
My favorite is Josh.
I was gonna say Josh Peck.
All right, good night, everybody.
Also,
was
follow me
gonna
on
say
twitch.tv/TheZombie_Wizard. K-Bob.
Blue, what were you saying?
I was just gonna say that if they wanted to make suggestions for topics in the comments, they could.
That's also a good
We
idea.
can't rely on that yet, though. We don't have a view.
Cut that.
No, I know.
Cut that part out.
Cut that part out.
Yeah,
That part's getting cut out.
what part out? What?